You for real hater? Must not be on like you say. Must not be getting no real paper. One West, nigga. Dear hater, you for real hater? Must not be on like you say. Must not be getting no real paper. Nigga can't have more than you. You know them niggas will still hate you. Those are characteristics in a pussy nigga nature. Talk that shit behind my back, but be on mute when it's a facial. Smiling in my face, but you can't hide all of that hatred. I'm too silent, you a snake. I see that shit a mile away. Man of war, and I'm not sorry. Blame that shit on UPK. Pussy ass nigga, you a pussy ass nigga. Oh, you confused, you think pussy ass nigga. This ain't drag racing while you got that drag with you. I'm a bad getter, pull up with two bad bitches. Masculinity be the reason she into me. She say she loving all that big priest energy. Don't remember me when I step in the facility. I'm screaming ISUPK, fuck the enemy. Oh, hey, this that One West world shit right here. Think I ain't got the bitch on me, you trippin', homie, that bitch right here. Brown liquor, don't sip that clear. Cloud of vision, let's get shit clear. I ain't even fucked around, homie, put the crown on me, yeah, this my year. Yeah, and I do this shit for my niggas who solid. I ain't resent for I truly acknowledge you ain't in this truth and you ain't in this body, cause bitch, you one body. We see it coming cause we really prophets. Oh, warned you about it, but you didn't stop it. A hard head make a soft fast, I guess that's why you stop with your soft ass. Hood nigga that can outclass, bougie bitches who talking about class. Soon as you cut a motherfucker, they be like, why you talk to me like that? Valuable lesson, before you judge, I will check the reflection. Real love is correct. Real love is perfection. Ain't a flaw in it, this is raw business, brotherhood is a weapon. Fuck around and get stepped on, tryna step, watch how you step. Fuck around and get stepped on, tryna step, watch how you step. 10 times out of 10 when we get it in, nigga, it's a win. If you ain't in the UPK, then nigga, it's a sin. Cause it's only one body, one truth, nigga, one spirit, yeah, one God. But when the shit hit the fan, pussy nigga ran, they got in the win. When niggas saying he was down, when really the nigga switch. Niggas saying he a ride for him, when really the nigga snitch. Really the nigga quit, hey, really the nigga bitch. Yeah, and I'm just telling you the truth about it, this ain't even a diss. Yeah, this how them niggas be acting. Talking that shit like they really be about it, but when it come down to the action, that's when you find out that they lacking. That's when you find out that they acting. And fucking with my niggas, it's a sure way to end up in the casket. Bitches us against the masses. I don't mind getting dirty, but watch how I clean it up when it get nasty. I lift that Nina up and get the flashes, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Yeah, oh, just cause I love my niggas with a passion. Borders are blue and fringing for the fashion. Yeah, you understand me? We standing tall on what we believe in. Yeah, either you stand on something or you fall for anything. Believe that. Look, and if you standing on the wrong thing, you falling anyway. One West, Lost Tribe.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put billions of my people. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact of them here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official, I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage is safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through in the day of our king's reign. I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
And I'm screaming more fire, more fire. Give him more fire, more fire. I just gotta pray for more fire, more fire. I'm hoping he come with more fire, more fire.
Okay. Homie, I've been.
There's a king that's coming back to save our people. Now, we should be preparing ourselves for the return of our king, not stuck up in these denominations and religions that's destroying our people and destroying our nation.
So when we are in this kingdom and a brother or a sister is doing wickedly in this kingdom, we must tell them, look, the world is expecting you to stay docile, to stay stupid.
That's what Christianity teaches our people. Teaches our people to hate one another and love the oppressor. Like, we'll never forgive one another for anything that another brother or sister do to us, but we'll forgive the oppressor in a heartbeat. There's something wrong with that, man.
Imagine living your life as a whole Christian your whole life, and life's good because you're a Christian and Jesus is white and everything's going great, and there's a landslide and the earth opens up and you go downstairs and you walk through this place and you see a black Jesus, man. Why is Jesus Christ black with an afro in the catacombs, man? This predates the Renaissance period.
So when you read the book of Genesis, the trees in the garden with other nations, a leaf, what does a leaf do to a tree? Cover the tree. So Adam took the covering of another nation. What's the covering of another nation? Their culture. So when the Most High saw him, say, "Yo, Adam, where are you, man? Why are you? Don't mean I can't find you." He means like, who is this nigga? Man? Where are you, man? I don't know you.
Okay. So the Ba al Banya Yasha'ala wa Amarath al Ham wa Idea Yahweh.
The Ba means speak. Al, when it's joined with something, so al Banya means what? Unto, right? Excellent. So al when it's joined with something means unto. Banya means children. Yasha'ala is Israel. So unto the children of Israel.
Like if it's one thing a hoe gonna do, a hoe gonna hold. But you ain't. She can't hold if there's nobody to hold with. And the thing she said at the end, where she said, I went back and I lied to him, and he still wouldn't do it. And then she threw up her hands and she said, well, he'll just be a brother. That's what he need.
That's
brothers.
right.
If we have more brothers, hoes like her wouldn't have no outlet.
There was a man in the land of Oz, his name was Job, and that man was perfect and upright.
There you go, the man called Job. I think Job is what that afflicted. And that man was perfect and upright, meaning what? You can be perfect, man. Job was a man like everybody else, man. Job wasn't no angel, he didn't come from the heavens, and that man was perfect, meaning what? You can be perfect in the Bible. Being perfect is in the Bible.
With me, had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, no Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Barakatham to all the brothers, Yahweh Shema Alatan Bahashem Yahushai to all the sisters. You know what I'm saying? This is the ISUPK, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. Since 1969, we've been teaching our people, you know what I'm saying, the so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, and so-called Native Americans, or the transatlantic and sub-Saharan slave trade, but according to the Bible, according to history, according to biblical prophecy, you know what I'm saying, according to what we can observe today, we are the true descendants of the children of Israel. You know what I'm saying, the chosen people, the chosen lineage that is written about all over the Bible. You know what I'm saying, we are more than what our oppressor, the identity that the oppressor has given us, and the stereotypes that he has pushed upon us. You know what I'm saying, we are a righteous and a chosen lineage. You know what I'm saying, all we have to do as a nation is return back to our law, statutes, and commandments, and we will be the greatest nation on the face of this earth. Like no other nation has what we have. No other nation has a God that is so near unto them. That's what the Bible says. As a God that's so nigh unto them. You know what I'm saying? If we knew who we were, if we had our identity, which the oppressor invests, you know, so much money and so much effort and energy into us learning, you know, into us not learning who we are, because knowing that knowledge, knowing who we are, you know what I'm saying, not operating as just a slave, not operating as just a gang banger, not operating as some criminal and getting locked up and being part of the school to prison pipeline, the traps that your oppressor has put in place for you. Without that, without those things, we would be the wisest nation on the face of this earth. I mean, we wouldn't be like them Chinese people, and you know, dying from coronavirus because they don't know what they should be putting in their mouth. We wouldn't be like these white women, these 304s that getting every disease under the sun. I mean, good night. You know what I'm saying? We would be a nation that every other nation would look up to for wisdom. The Bible says, you know, we'd be a light unto the Gentiles. Not only, you know what I'm saying, the brothers that, you know, are scattered, but a light to these other nations to tell them how they should be living. Like they can model themselves after us. That's who we are supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? So this is the Lashawan Qadash class. This is where I teach, you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters, how to read, write, and speak biblical Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? Shalom to everybody that's in the class. Of course, we have Kayala. Shalom, princess. Yahweh Shema Alatha Bahashim Yahweh Shai. Most High in Christ. We also got, I see a couple of y'all in the chat. Remember, of course, as you come in, be sure to state your name, do your salute, you know what I'm saying, and state your registry in the comments as well. I've seen a couple people put that in as well. All right, we got Sister Raib Kwa, Shalom, Yahweh Shema Alatha Bahashim Yahweh Shai. She's put her registry in. I'll get to that in a second. We got Sister Nezamana, Shalom, sis, Yahweh Shema Alatha Bahashim Yahweh Shai. We got a sister named Jasmine, you know what I'm saying, Rib of Trooper Yazakar. All right, shalom, sis. Shout out to yourself, shout out to your husband. You know what I'm saying? Let's see who else we got. What else we got? We got Kana, you know what I'm saying? Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema Alatha Bahashim Yahweh Shai. We got a sister named Olivia, shalom. You know what I'm saying? Rib of a young man named David. Shalom. Shout out to you, shout out to your husband. You know what I'm saying? Bada bing, bada boom, Kayala. Hold on. We got Kwamaida, Shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema Alatha Bahashim Yahweh Shai. All right, good to see you as always. All right, cool. So, as I like to do at the beginning of every class, Kayla, could I get you to state your registry for me, Baba Kusha? Most High in Christ. So, Kayla, Bath Yahawada, Bath Yasha'ala. And Kayla, what does that registry mean?
Kayla, daughter of Judah, daughter of Israel.
Most High in Christ. Kayla, daughter of Judah, daughter of Israel. All right, perfect. I also see a couple registries in here as well. Let me get bada bing, bada boom. We got Raib Kwa. All right, so Raib Kwa, Bath Ra'alban, Bath Yasha'ala, Most High in Christ. So Raib Kwa, daughter of Reuben, daughter of Israel. All right, we also got Nazamana, Bath Yahawada, Bath Yasha'ala, another daughter of Judah, Most High in Christ. We got Kana, Bath Yahawada, Bath Yasha'ala, Most High in Christ, another daughter of Judah. All right, is any more registries in here? Kwamaida, Bath Yahawada, Bath Yasha'ala, another daughter of Judah, Most High in Christ. All right, cool. So, as I like to do at the beginning of each classes also, we're going to go through the Hebrew alphabet. Bear with me 1 second while I just get this up. Let me make this a little bigger. Okay, or if you want to do it as well, Kayla, you could do it from memory. Let me see if you could do the Hebrew alphabet from memory. Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ. Give the sister a hand. I want to see some applauses in the comments. Absolutely brilliant. Well done. All right, so as the sister read, as I get this up on the screen, hold on, bear with me 1 second, y'all. Move that down. Okay. Let me share this up on the screen. All right, Most High in Christ. Share screen, and let's get this up. The Hebrew alphabet. Okay. Let me know if let me know when that pops up on the screen. It's sharing. Perfect. All right. So also, let's look here. It's been named Adonijah. Shalom. Jersey in the building. All right. Shout out to Jersey. Most High in Christ. All right, all the way across the pond in Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Well, welcome to the UK. All right. So let's read through the Hebrew alphabet as the sister just did. For anybody who might be new to class, you know what I'm saying, be sure to be learning the Hebrew alphabet. You know what I'm saying? The ancient, not that old, you know, fake Hebrew, that Yiddish that your oppressor speaks, you know what I'm saying, the so-called Amalekites, the Jewish man. You know what I'm saying? We learn proper Hebrew around here. All right, so the Hebrew from right to left goes A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka, Ta, Ya, Ka, La, Ma, Na, Sa, I, Pa, Taza, Kwa, Ra, Sha, Atha. All right, so as you learn in the Hebrew, you know what I'm saying, make sure you learn those letters. We see below here in the Assyrian Hebrew, this is, you know what I'm saying, the like the modern Hebrew, what things will be written in today, you know what I'm saying, because the Jewish man took our language and you know, just bastardized it. But you would pronounce those letters, or even if you're reading those letters, you'd pronounce it the ancient way. You know what I'm saying? We don't pronounce things like our oppressor. We don't run around saying things like shalom and, you know what I'm saying, some foolishness like that. You know what I'm saying? In the ISUPK, we go all the way to the ancient. The Bible says, seek ye the old path. That's what we do right here. All right. So without further ado, we're going to get into tonight's class. So tonight's class, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna teach you, should I say, how to be perfect according to the Bible. Now, for any Christians that may be watching, I know you're thinking to yourself, well, nobody's perfect. What do you mean perfect? Perfectness is impossible. It's impossible to be perfect because that's what my Christian pastor taught me. Well, according to the Bible, you absolutely can be perfect. You absolutely can be perfect, and there's something that makes you perfect if you follow it, if you keep it, if you hold it, you know what I'm saying, near to your heart, if you write it on your heart, you know what I'm saying, write it on your mind, which is what your heart is, you know, according to the Bible. The Bible, your heart isn't just, you know, the organ in your chest and your feelings and emotions. Your heart is your mind. It's what you think upon. It's what you care about. You know what I'm saying? So let's get the first verse we're going to read and break down. You know what I'm saying? As again, I teach you how to read Hebrew. All right, can you read? It's going to be Psalms 19. I'm starting at verse 7. If you could read that, Kayla. Mm-hmm.
Yahweh.
Mm-hmm. Samayama. Mm-hmm.
Shayabath.
Yep, Mashayabath.
Napash.
Mm-hmm.
Idwa.
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
Na'amana.
Na'amana. Yep.
Ka. That's Ka and Ka back to back?
Yeah.
Okay. Ka.
So it'd be Kaka. Yep. Mm-hmm. Most High in Christ. Yeah. Ma Kakayama. Or it would be like the root here, and we can get into it. The root here is Kakam, or Kakam, I should say. Right? So Ma Kakayamath. Mm-hmm. Pathia. Most High in Christ. All right, brilliant. So again, like we do as we translate these verses, are there any words or phrases that you recognize?
Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord's name.
Most High in Christ. So the Yahweh is the Lord. So wherever we see Yahweh, we're going to put the Lord. All right.
Napash.
Mm-hmm.
Is soul.
Khan. All right. So Napash is soul. You know what I'm saying? So let me do and we in okay, so Napash, we do soul.
I can't think of anything else from
Okay. Okay. So let me see. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
This Idwa, is that like, is this like Id, or is this a whole different word?
It is the word Id.
can't remember what it is. I don't want to look too long. But I think that's all I know from memory.
Okay, no sweat. So the word "I'd," as I know you recognize it. The word "I'd" could be like until, or if it's like let me see, like "I'd." Let me see where "I'd" what? Go ahead.
Until, up to, or witness.
Or witness. Witness is a good one. That's gonna be more along the lines of what we're using it here, right? Well, more along the context of how we're using it, right? So I'd wath, it can mean, as you said, until. What was the other things you said?
Up to or witness.
Or witness. Until, up to, or witness. It can also mean testimony, which of course, comes from a witness, right? So this word is going to be defined or translated as the testimony. Testimony. All right. So the testimony of the Lord. Okay. Let me make sure I'm sharing full verse. And that was everything, right? Okay. All right, no sweat. So let's go ahead and start breaking it down. We got all right, so where we at? So the first word we want to start breaking down is thawareth. All right, thawareth. The root of this word is thawara, right? Thawara, which means law. Right? Let me share the if I go over on this side. If I share this tab, you can see thawara. All right, let me do it this way. Thawara, so it doesn't just give me the definition right away. You go into it, it means law, right? Law, instruction, or direction. Okay. So this is the matter of fact, this is this is where the Jewish man gets the word Torah from. He gets it from this word, right? Even it comes from yara, which means to teach, to instruct, to direct, right? So it says thawara. I'm looking at it here. It might even just be thara, right? Hold on, because I do like to always, wherever I can, get the proper Hebrew word for it. There are a lot of letters, especially when you see, I think it's was, like the letter, the Hebrew letter wa. So that would be this one, the ha, and the ya. The oppressor added in a lot of those as vowels because he could not understand the language without vowels, right? So where possible, you had to be careful and see is this a letter, or is this something the oppressor added, right? That's why fake Israelites run around saying shalom, because the oppressor added that wa to make an O sound. That's why he says shalom, right? So let me see. I can see the thara right here is the example. I can see tharathwa, right, which would be thara with the tha at the end. Yeah, I think we safe to get rid of that wa. So let me see. I don't think I can easily amend it on this side, but the word would be, if we omit that wa, right? Let me see. Is this something I can not easily? So I'm gonna just take it out. I'm gonna take it out here, right? So it would be tharath, right? Tharath. So that would be like plural, like the laws, right? You can see over here in the blue letter, it's a feminine noun. Hold on, share the blue letter. Share this tab. The blue letter is a feminine noun. So like to pluralize it, you'll see a lot of wath or tha at the end, right? If it's a masculine noun, you'll see like yam, or you'll see a ya at the end, right? So when we go back over here, this word, we can omit this wa, and it'll just be tharath, right? From thara, meaning the law. Okay, so the law, and it's plural, right? So the laws, and it would be like of. The word of isn't there. There's no Hebrew word for of, but it's implied. Okay, so the laws of the Lord, and then you have this word thamayam or thamayama, right? The root word is thamayam, right? Now, does the word thamayam seem familiar to anybody? And this can be anybody. This could be Kaila or anybody in the chat. If anybody recognizes the word thamayam, put it in the comments if you think you know what it means. All right, this is a word we've read before. And I can give a hint. This word is used a lot when we're talking about sacrifices and sacrificing certain animals, but those animals have to be in a certain condition. Let me see if anyone gets it. Let me check the comments. Go ahead.
You saying it's in reference to the condition?
Mm-hmm. That's correct. No, sir. Blemish is perfect, right? So, as the sister says, like I'm not sure if I disconnected, right? The sister tamayam for without blemish, right? That is correct. Well done. All right. So this just goes to show, like, as you're going through the Hebrew classes, making your notes, you'll start to learn these words and get real familiar with the Hebrew vocabulary, right? So the root word for this tamayama is tamayam, which is the sister has in reference to being without blemish. That is correct. So if I go over to the Blue Letter Bible, Thamayama, it defines it here as perfect. If you go into it, I mean, without blemish, perfect is the same thing. If something is without flaw, it's flawless. It's perfect. It's without a blemish, especially in, what I'm saying, when you're talking about, a lamb without blemish, or this without blemish. What I'm saying? Something that's complete, it's whole, it's sound, like that sound doctrine we was talking about yesterday in the scripture breakdown class. What I'm saying? It's wholesome, it's unimpaired, it's not something with a broken leg, it has no flaw in it. What I'm saying? It means entire, it's whole, right? So you could literally just put it without blemish. You could put it as perfect, complete. For the class, of course, we're learning how to be perfect. We're going to use the word perfect, right? So the law of the Lord is slakia. It's not the word of that doesn't have there's no Hebrew word for it. There is kind of a Hebrew word for it, but it's not always used. So you can imply that of. It's the word is that doesn't have a Hebrew word for it. I believe that's the one. Okay. I think I was mistaken before, right? So is perfect, right? Is without blemish, is without flaw. You know what I'm saying? Most High in Christ. Then we have ma shayabath. Okay, the root here is the word. Oh, so like I should need to be sharing this screen, right? So we've added the laws of the Lord is perfect. I suppose I should put are perfect since it's plural. Right? The laws of the Lord are perfect. Okay. Then we have, hold on, yeah, I'm on my screen. Okay. Then we have ma shayabath. All right, ma shayabath. So let's get this word. Okay. So ma shayabath, the root here is shawab. Okay, Shawab, let's get it. Let me see. 1 second. I always like to again check. I see some instances of this word without this why, which again is making me think this why is something again the oppressor added. And I mean, look at this pronunciation. You can sometimes kind of tell by the pronunciation. It's just some random ooh or o sound. That's the why that vowel was added to make. So if I'm seeing, let me see, I'm seeing right here the perfect third person masculine singular shab. This word means to return, to turn about, to turn around, to change, right? Let me see. Wa shaba, wa yashab, yashab. Yeah, I'm gonna put this. I think it's safe to do this as oh well in the verse it's without that wa. It uses a ya instead as a kind of a verb in it's to do with the tense of the verb, right? So ma shayabath, this word would mean turning back, or I say more along the lines of turning around, right? So you can say turning around the soul. So imagine you have a corrupted spirit. You have, you've suffered trauma, you've been through things, you've experienced things you shouldn't, you've unalived people, you've slept with so many men, so on and so forth, and you've become corrupted. But the laws of the Lord can turn you around, right? Can turn you back to what you should be. Can turn unalive, a gangbanger, drug dealer back into a prince that he should be. Can turn some woman who, does all manner of things, could turn her back into a princess if she puts off that old life. If she puts off those things that corrupt her and becomes perfect through the laws of the Lord, right? So we can use this would be like the shab is in the context of like turning around. Here it uses the word converting. So we can use that word turning around, converting. It's changing you, it's returning you back to what you should be, right? So somebody who's committed a crime, the law of the Lord can convert you back. Okay, so converting the soul. Okay, then we have the testimony of the Lord. We have this word, na amana, right? So na amana. So let's get this in the blue letter. So where we at? This is the wrong verse. Verse 7. All right, so where we at? Na amana. The word here is aman, right? Aman. That's the same word you would use, right at the end of a prayer. Aman. Right? Aman means like so be it. Right? It means to confirm something. See right here, it means to support. Right? Aman. It means to properly, to stay, to sustain, to support. Right? It could be to believe. Okay. Let me see. To believe, faithful. Right? So it makes sure, right? The testimony of the Lord, it supports, it makes you sure. It confirms things that you used to be confused about. It makes you, it makes you have faith because things start to make sense. Things didn't make sense up in that Christian church. It absolutely didn't make sense in that Christian church, but when you come into the ISUPK and shed yourself of every, foolish thing you learned in that Christian church, you become sure. Now you understand things. Now you understand why you are still suffering the way you were suffering. You understand why things just were going wrong. Things were just not going the way the way you thought they should. Things were not going the things were just not making sense. The testimony of the Lord is sure. Right? The testimony of the Lord is right. It's sound. It's firm. It can't be disputed. You know what I'm saying? It can't be you can't stray away. Like once you understand this truth, you become sure, because how can you argue against the truth? All right. Then you have ma kakayamath, right? Kakayamath. All right. So the root here is kakam. All right. So kakam is a word which means wise, right? Like you have there's a brother, the brother in the school, there's probably a couple brothers in school that have the word kakam in their name, like kakamai mad, you know what I'm saying, which mean it would be to like to stand, so some with standing in wisdom, right? The word kakam means wise, right? So where you see, right, wise, wiser, to teach wisdom, you know what I'm saying, to to make wise, to be wise, or to act wisely. Okay, kakam, right? So then this ma kakayamath, this ya here would make this a verb. So less to be wise and more to make wise, right? This ma would be like of or from. So the law of the Lord is something that it can give you, it gives off wisdom. You know what I'm saying? It makes you wise, right? So let me see where we at over here. Okay. Right. So this would be like making wise, right? Giving you wisdom. And then we have the word pathia, right? Pathia. So let's go back over here. Okay, pathia, it says right here, the simple. As always, we're going to go into the word. You know what I'm saying? It comes from patha. So let's see what patha means. Patha means to be spacious, to be open, or to be wide, right? This is people that are open-minded. These are people that walk around in this earth that are open-minded to everything, open-minded to Christianity, open-minded to LGBTQ propaganda, open-minded to everything anybody wants to push on you. You just take it in, pause, right? These people are simple. These people, it's a whole lot of space in their head that they're open-minded to any information they receive, right? Simplicity, naivety, that's another thing as well. You're naive to any hustler, to any hustle, any smooth words somebody comes up to you with. You see here definition: silly, seducible. Let me tell you, a lot of sisters is naive. A lot of sisters is seducible, open-minded. A lot of brothers is open-minded, right? So that's what this word means. Pathia is simple, seducible, foolish, somebody who just doesn't have wisdom. But the law of the Lord makes that man or that woman, makes that person wise. All right. So making wise the simple. Okay. Most High in Christ. So that's the first verse, right? So we on our first step, learning how to be perfect. The laws of the Lord are perfect, right? Converting the soul. The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple. So this is how we become wise. This is how we become perfect. But we have more. I'm going to leave this on the screen in case anybody wants to write these verses down, make the notes, the translation, so on and so forth. If anyone has any questions as we're going through, I'm saying put them in the chat. I'm keeping an eye out. But I'm leave this up on the screen for a little while, and then we'll read through verse 8. Okay. So you can, I want to give time for anybody to make their notes. I don't want to rush through. so we all on the same page. Okay, so Kyla, it's mainly you in the class. Once you finish, making your notes on that verse, just let me know. Okay, we'll move on.
So actually,
Go ahead.
for Na'amana,
Mhm.
for a definition, what should I write down? I think I was writing when you went over.
Okay, so na'amana, the word we're looking for is, or the root word is aman. All right, the word aman. Let me even go back to it. It means like to confirm, to support. Like we use it in like the word aman in our prayers, right? It's amen, right? That's translation in English. Aman would be like so be it, right? It's to assure, to support, to confirm something, to establish something, to stand firm in something. So in terms of like a main translation, you would say, let me see, I think to support is a good one, to basically, support what it is that's going on or what it is you're saying. To support or to confirm. I think, hold on, to support, be faithful, be established, be faithful, be carried. I put support and make firm. I think I like that. I like those two. Okay. I think that almost kind of folds in all our other definitions, to support something or to make it firm, right? Okay, so you're done. We'll move on to the next verse. Give me 1 second. I'm just going through it to see if there's any changes I need to make. Give me 1 second. Bada bing, bada boom. Put these. Finish off putting these connectors in. Okay, and 2, 3 more. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hold on, did I do the right one? Yeah. All right, so let me scroll down. Okay. All right, so verse 8. So go ahead and read through Baba Kushar.
Aqua, Wada, Wadia, Aqua,
Mm-hmm. So Pakwa Wadya. Mm-hmm.
Yahweh, Yashar, Yum,
Yesharyam. Mm-hmm.
Ma, Shamak, Shamakwa, Lab,
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Masha also. Nah, I just put those in. Ashamakia Lab. Mm-hmm.
Ma, Tazawa,
Metazowath. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ma Tazowath. You said it right. Ma Tazowath. Mm-hmm.
Bara,
Mm-hmm.
Ma, Ayura,
Ma Ayarath. Yep.
Ayanyam,
Ayanyam. Mm-hmm. Perfect. All right. So again, are there any words or phrases that you recognize? Okay, so like you stand by. I'm working on getting my screen back up so I can share the live. I'm seeing these comments. Open-minded, yep, Khan, with that pathia, that simple, you know what I'm saying, Most High in Christ, as he purified. I believe this was for Thamayam. Thamayam, that is correct. I'm Most High in Christ. What I'm gonna do while it's taking me a while to get my system back up and running for some reason, I'm gonna play a track in the meantime. Bear me 1 second. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's do this one.
This a Batman tune, I promise you. This shit lit, cuz. This shit lit, alright? Run that joint.
Niggas looking for the light. Me and my niggas prepared for the dog. Yeah. So we gon' get it on for the last days, nigga. Already know what it is. 140 for the rebel.
They in the building. We in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog. You with us or not? We can get it on when it's on. It don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy. You on holy ground. They in the building. We in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. It's a problem, tell them pop off. I die for I let my colors fly, boy. For a nigga take me, they a drop dead. AR, clean them up like a mop pig. Say he cool, he bad, he really so tough. They like, damn, look what he did to Billy go rough. Little bitch think she Kiki Palmer, silly hoe. She know I'm that bull, but I ain't from Philly though. From the city where they sing about that ribbon like Petty Poops. Know them niggas plotting, gotta deal with me. Can't catch me slipping, got to steal with me. Just left Alabama, bought a chopper from some hillbilly move. He made, might feel the blade. Leave them all bruised, come through like a plague. Rebel off the leash like a dog out the cage. Call me Johnny Blaze on Run West May. Watch your step get stretched like a limousine. So my brother bring that blade back wet, that's my enemy. A little nigga, this that cold, need to talk. Niggas know I got blood in my cup, I just sip it like it's grenadine. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war, let's see who make it out. Tell them niggas good night, here come the bitch. Look, told them niggas get right or get left. UPK, bad man, I pin to your flesh. Hellboy, rip the soul out of dead man shit. Got the rate, the power, I been the showstopper. Yeah, they might hate, but I know they gon' watch. Zone on lock, and you know the flow prop. Iced out, got the drip out of David Jones lock. Know I got the plan, they say that you the man. No shit, Sherlock, I'm the one you heard about. Burn down the building, let them all watch. Throw that one west up, then I swerve out. Sick with this shit, I do not need a detox. He don't watch a step, blow him out them Reeboks. We taking over, I'm sending the word out. Can't see me, little nigga, I put you in a bird box. Look, it's one West practical, gladiator, maximum. Creep on them slow, but that Glock fire rapido. All I want is more power, more straps to blow. Ain't got excuse for no car, he gon' have to go. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out. Earn your stripes, dog, you with us or not. We can get it on when it's on, it don't never stop. First you get that power, gotta hold it down. Watch your step, boy, you on holy ground. They in the building, we in the spot. We can go to war and see who make it out.
Okay, so like you had some technical difficulties. All right, let's get this back up. Okay. All right, so let me see. Kyla, you can turn your camera back on if you're able to. All right, and then let me share my screen and let's get back to it. So we was in the second verse we breaking down, so verse 8. Let's see. So I think we were just going through if there's any words or phrases. Hold on. Let me actually share. Let me share the full screen so we can kind of just go through it. I don't have to keep jumping between screens. Let me do that. Okay. All right, so let me know when the screen comes up. You see it?
Shut me out again. I don't know why he's doing this. Hold on. All I know is the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. I know that for a fact. All right, hold on. Get back up in here on the other screen.
All right, Salaki. So we should be back up. All right, Salaki, for any technical difficulties. Shalom to this brother right here, Michael. All right, Shalom Yahweh Shem Shabbat. All right, most high in Christ. Let me get this back up. Okay, Salaki, give me a 1 or a 1W if the connection is looking a little stronger. If there's any issues, just let me know. Okay, put it in the chat, Baba Kushah. All right, I appreciate it, buddy. Okay, so let's do that. All right, so let me share the also shalom to Black Mike, shalom. All right, one west, most high in Christ. Okay, the water. All right, so let's get this thing back. Share my screen, and then I should see over here. Okay, so it's sharing now. Okay, so we were going through verse 8, right? So this verse here. Okay, so are there any words or phrases that you recognize, or anybody in the comments as well? If you see a word or like a root that you feel is, you recognize, put it in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Put the word in and then put the definition. I'm checking those as well. All right, so but for those in class Kayla, is there any words or phrases you recognize?
The
Mm-hmm.
Is that like Pequod?
It is like Pequod. No sign of Christ. That's a good it's a very good observation. All right. So Pequod, I know you would have Pequod meaning what, like to number?
To number,
Mm-hmm.
appoint, deliver, or visit, as in punish.
Mm-hmm. Right. So this word here, it's put as Paquawadium. Paquawadium. Now I have again strong suspicions. Hold on. Right. So Paquawad, and then obviously Paquawadiam is the plural, but you can see here Pequod as well. So this seems to me like another one of where the oppressors added that wa. So I think what I'm gonna do with this one, the only thing I'm not sure with this one is if it's like it's not a verb or anything present tense, it's a noun. All right, so with this, Salakia, I should have noticed this earlier, but with this as well, you cut out that wa, so it would just be Pequadia, or really, you can see here Pequadiam. So this ya at the end is just to pluralize it. You'll see plenty of instances in the Bible where it just uses, or in the Blue Letter Bible, or references like that in the concordance, or the interlinear, I think it's called, where it shows the English and the Hebrew, right? You'll see plenty of instances where it just does ya as the plural, but of course you can put yam. So you could do this as Pequadia or Pequadiam. It comes from the word Pequad, which, as the sister said, means like to number. You said right there, to number, to appoint. You can see all these definitions right here, right? To attend to appoint, so on and so forth, right? To visit, that's another one. Was that the one of the ones you mentioned? Yep, to visit. You know what I'm saying? It could be to visit like a punishment on somebody. You can see here, to visit with friendly or hostile intent, right? To oversee, to muster, so on and so forth, right? Now, this pequod here, so it would be pronounced the same, which is it could be why the oppressor added this this wa to add some distinction between pequod, meaning to number, to appoint, and this pequod meaning precept, commandment, or statute, right? But you can see even from the definition here, and you can see it is this word pequod, right? It properly means appointed, a mandate, meaning like a law, right? Something that's mandatory, a commandment, you know what I'm saying? So on and so forth. So this would be commandments, right? Let me see, commandments or precepts of God. Okay, that would be pequodium, right? You can see in this verse we're talking about, it describes it, or I should say translates it as statutes. So gonna either any of those, translations, right? Precept or statute, a command, right? You can use those things, right? It would be the statutes, right? And then this will be of the Lord. Of course, Yahweh, whenever you see Yahweh, it would be the Lord, right? So even this over here, this would be of the Lord. Okay, or of Yahweh, right? Which is the Lord's name in Hebrew, right? So the statutes of the Lord. Okay, well done with that pequod. That's perfect. I did that's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? This type of gaining the vocabulary. All right, then we have Yasharium, Yashar, right? So that's the root here, Yashar, which means to be upright, right? To be right or upright, right? Like we have a young child, Captain Karathia's son, his name Yashar One, which means upright one. You know what I'm saying? It's turned this word Yashar and made it into a name. That happens with a lot of Hebrew names. Is like a word and you add one at the end of it, and that kind of turns it into like a name, like one who is upright, along those kind of lines, right? So Yashar Yam would be the word Yashar, meaning upright, and you have Yam at the end. So this would be an adjective. It's describing the statutes. And wherever you have an adjective, it has to match the gender and the tense of the noun you're talking about, the noun you're describing. So in this case, the noun is masculine and is plural. So that's why you have Yashar Yam, right? Because it's plural to match the noun, which is statutes. Okay, so the statutes of the Lord are, you could do right or upright. You can see here from the definitions, either is fine. I think right is more, they both mean the same thing. I mean, they're upright, they're straight, they're correct, they're not bent like a homosexual. They're just not bent. They're not corrupted. They're not they're not leaning. They're not lenient. Not that either. Like that Christian church is lenient, hella lenient. But the laws of the Lord, the statutes of the Lord, they don't lean. They don't. Well, this is wrong, but that ain't how the Lord works. You know what I'm saying? So the statutes of the Lord are right? They're upright, right? Then you have ma shamakia, right? So the root here would be, we're looking at shamak. All right, so let's get it. Shamak. Shamak means to rejoice, right? To rejoice or be glad. Okay, right? To brighten up, to cause glee. All right, shamak, to rejoice or be glad. Okay. So we have ma shamakia, and again this is pluralized, right? And then you have lab. What does the word lab mean? Heart. Exactly. Well done. That's one of the organs we learned, in anatomy. Lab means your heart. So this would be like making glad the heart, or I think it defines it here, or it translates it here as rejoicing the heart. But it would be more along the line. Rejoicing the heart. You could use that, but I would more word it as making glad the heart, right? Like it makes the heart happy because you it's no confusion. There's rules you follow, and that's it. There's no I'm confused. There's no inner turmoil. Your heart is happy because there's simplicity in the laws of God. There's simplicity in the statutes of the Lord, right? So you can do making glad, or should I do making glad the heart or rejoicing the heart? What does the what do y'all say?
I like how
Making glad. Yeah, to be glad, to make glad, to gladden. You can even use it like that. Or making glad the heart. I like that. I like that. All right, so making glad the heart. Then you have ma tazawath. All right, so the word you're looking, or the root word here is tazawa, right? So the ma is like a preposition. The word, the root here is really tazawa. Now tazawa, or I guess matazawa. Okay, matazawa is the actual word, right? So like it means commandment. Okay, it comes from this word tazawa, which means to command, right? So to command, to give a charge, to give orders, that's tazawa. Then you have matazawa. So from a command or of a command is a commandment, right? So, and then you have matazawath, which would be plural, right? Matazawa is singular, matazawath is plural. So the commandments, okay? So the, let's see, matazawath, feminine. Oh, not, it's like not even plural. It says singular, but it's the, it's more in the sense of these commandments like subservient. So these commandments belong to the Lord, kind of like that. It's like so the commandment of the Lord. It's kind of like the like I use the reference of the word wife. The word wife is basically asha, which means woman, but wherever you have the word wife, it's written as ashaf because this woman now belongs to somebody, right? It indicates like possession or subservience to, right? So the commandment of the Lord, we have bara. All right, so let's get this word here. Bar. Okay. So this is another adjective, which means clean or pure or sincere. Okay, so the commandments of the Lord are pure, right? Or if it's written in the singular sense, the commandment of the Lord is pure, right? Let me even see how it's translated over here. Yeah, the commandment of the Lord is pure, right? And it's put this hat at the end because again, this word for commandment is a feminine noun, right? So the adjective has to match. Okay, the commandment of the Lord is pure. Then we have ma ayarath, right? The root here is awar, right? Awar, which means a light, right? Let me see. Yeah, awar, which means light, right? Like the sun, the shine of the sun, God made light and there was light on the earth. It's this word awar, right? Then you have ayar, which kind of makes it into a verb. So this is to make light, right? Or to enlighten, right? So we have this word. So this would be enlightening, right? And then we have ayanyam. Ayanyam. So ayanyam Slakia. Kaila, what would ayanyam mean?
Eyes.
Eyes, exactly. Well done. So you have ayan, which is actually the symbolic root for the letter I, right? The circle, it is to mimic an eye, right? Ayan means eye, ayan yam would be eyes. So enlightening the eyes. Okay, so verse 8, the statutes of the Lord are right, making glad the heart, right? So if you want to be a brother or sister who is right, who is upright, who's an upstanding person, an upright person, a person of honor and dignity, you do that through following the statutes of the Lord. The statutes of the Lord are right, they're upright, right? They make glad the heart, they make the confusion of this world and the stress and everything that goes on with this oppressor. It's just a stressful life. You don't know whether you're coming or going. You're confused. Christianity has just been teaching you all types of hypocrisy, and you're confused about what is right. You want to serve the Lord, but you don't know how. Well, listen, we in the ISUPK, we will teach you, the true laws of God, and it will make glad your heart. It will put things into perspective, simplify everything, and you'll be glad for it. The Bible says the truth, you shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free. Like without the truth and without, what we've been establishing in the ISUPK since 1969, confusion and lies run rampant. And lies and confusion is like the author of anxiety. A lot of anxiety going around. But the statutes make glad the heart, right? Then the commandment of the Lord is pure. So again, if you want to be somebody who is pure and clean, somebody who doesn't have filth on them, doesn't have a blemish, isn't somebody who's just coated in filth, you will follow the commandments of the Lord, right? Enlightening the eyes. If you want to be somebody who can actually see, who can see things clearly, who's not blinded by hypocrisy, who's not blinded by their lust for weed and their lust for whores and prostitutes. You want to be somebody who has their eyes open and can see. This is what the commandments are for. All right. And let's get this last verse. So let's read through. Hold on. What's going on here? Oh, give me 1 second. I put these in, but it's not. Might have not updated. Let me see if I can refresh it. See if it'll put it in, because I'm not trying to do that all again. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, it takes a while. This Lashawan Qadash class, you had to do a lot of prep work. You had to put the put all the Hebrew, put the connectors in there, so it all makes sense. You gotta go through it. So Salakia, it seems to have just not saved the work that I did. But that's no sweat. Even if we need to go through it again, we just go through it again. Okay. Just wait for it to load. Put this up here. Also, shalom to Officer Tazapawan. I'm saying in the building. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. All right, shalom. Okay. Let me see. Let's go back. See if this offline changes were synced. Okay, so they should put my additions in. What is that? No, that's not that one. Hold on, I got 1,000 sheets of different Hebrew classes. Is this the one we work? Yeah, that's the one. Okay, so did it add the? There we go. See, I told y'all I did it. I ain't lazy now. All right, so It synced my offline changes. All right, let's go. So, Kayala, whenever you are ready, could you read this last verse of verse 9?
Yahweh,
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh, Tahawara.
Yeah, Tahawara. Mm-hmm.
I Wamada.
Mm-hmm.
La'id.
Mm-hmm.
Mashapat.
Mm-hmm.
Yahweh.
Mm-hmm.
Amad.
Mm-hmm.
Tazadakwa.
Mm-hmm.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa. Most High in Christ. All right, so Yara'ath Yahweh, Tahawara, Iwamadath, La'id, Ma Shapatya Yahweh, Amath, Tazadakwa, Yakadwa. Okay, are there any words or phrases that you recognize?
Tahawara.
Mm-hmm.
The Tahawar part.
Mm-hmm.
That's something to do with like to purify.
Yes, like to purify or to cleanse, or it could just be let me see, like we go into it. This is like an adjective version of tahar. So tahar means, this is the verb to clean, you know what I'm saying, to purify. Then you have tahawar. Let me see. This is another one. Hold on. Tahawar or tahar. All right, so this is another one where it seems like the oppressor added something. You can see it plenty of times. It's just tahar, tahar. But is this a... This is an adjective, so there's no tense. So let's even go ahead and change this. Tahareth, right? Salakia. Tahareth, right? So ignore this wa. Salakia, I can't correct it on the fly, but I can correct it here. Tahareth, or Salakia, tahar. What's going on? It's just tahara, right? Tahara. And yes, it means to, as an adjective, so it would be something that is clean, is pure, right? So this would be is pure, or yeah, is pure. Pure, you know, clean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory.
I want the dot.
Mm-hmm.
Is this Imad?
Yes, the root would be Imad. Mm-hmm.
To stand or I just like stand, stood, still.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Those are all perfect, right? So Imad meaning to stand, you know what I'm saying, to withstand, to remain, and it could also be to endure as well, right? So if something stands forever, right? Which we're about to get onto, right? If something remains standing, it endures. If you have a building that remains stood through generations and generations, it endures. So it's translated in the verse as endure, but you can use the word stand. You could do standeth, right? Or let me even just put standing. Right, so that's what we know I'm mad to be. Now it's I were mad because it's a present tense, right? So I were madath would be standing, or I guess I were mad would be standing. The I were madath, I think that's just to do with the what we're talking about, the noun. I think the noun is feminine, right? So it'd be it's like, did I go back too far? Right. So yeah, as you said, right, stand. So this noun is feminine. Yeah, this is the feminine word, right? The verb. I mean the noun. We're gonna get into that in a sec. Matter of fact, do you the noun here? Of course, let me even put these in. Of course, we know Yahweh is the Lord, so we just put of the Lord, right? And even this here, this would be something of the Lord. All right, so let's put those in. Okay. Then we have do you know what Yara'ah means? That's the root here in Yara'ah. Yara'ah at the beginning. So Yara'ah would be the root. Okay. No sweat. Are there any words or phrases you recognize?
La'id is so I is up to or until, and then la is to. So together, are they just like up to, until, or something?
Yeah. So I'd is like until something else happens, right? But when you have la I'd, so to until, it's there's no particular time frame, so it defines it or translates it as forever. All right. If we go into this one, you see I'd, perpetuity, forever, continuing, right? So it's I'd is like a duration of time, right? But it could just be basically like you can see time and time again, you know what I'm saying, until basically forever, until something changes, right? I'm even going to the root here. It comes from Ida, to pass on, to advance, to go. All right, now let me go back. So Id is basically continuing, a continual thing, right? So so this would be like standing forever, right? Or everlasting.
Amath. Does Amath have more than one definition?
What do you have for Amath? A maid servant. Okay, so that would be a different context.
Does it have anything to do with the word A-H-M?
There's a couple. I'll say there's a couple brothers that have the name Amath in their name, like Yorash Amath, Dabar Amath. What's some other examples I can think? Kazak Amath. I'm sure there's a brother named that. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure there's a brother named Amath. The word Amath means truth, right, or true. Okay, you see right here. So, truth, correct, right. It says it comes from aman, which means firmness, right? To confirm something. Amath is truth, right? In truth. Okay. So this would be like is true. Okay.
I think that's all I have. I recognize the word tazadak, but I don't have it.
Okay, tazadak means righteous. All right, tazadak means righteous. So let me put is true. It would be like and righteous. Yeah. And righteous. Right, you can obviously go into the word tazadak. See, there's a brother named Tazadak as well in the school. So it means to justify, to be righteous, to be just. You know what I'm saying? To be justified, right? To be right, righteous. Okay. So you could put is true and righteous. You could put is true and just, which is basically the same thing. So whichever one you want to do. Also, shalom to bada bing bada boom. A sister named Izara. All right, shalom, sis. Yahweh Shema, Alataba, Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay, shout out to Mississippi. I'll take that now. Yeah, sweet. Okay. So you don't recognize the word Yara'ah? Do you? That's like you. little lag. I put it down and it went back up. Okay. Do you recognize the word shapat? So we have ma shapatia, right? This comes from the root shapat. Do you recognize that word? Or anybody in the chat, if you recognize these words, by all means, put them in the chat.
I recognize the word,
Mm-hmm.
but I couldn't find it.
Okay. The word shapat means to judge. All right. So you have shapat, which could be to judge or a judge, right? You can see right here, judge, to govern, to vindicate, to punish, right? The primary meaning being to judge. Then you have mashapat, so of a judge, right? So that is the word for judgment, right? Judgment, or it could be sentence, a punishment, the decision, right? That is so it'd be the judgment of the Lord, right? The Lord's judgment. Okay, so the judgment of the Lord is true and righteous. All right, so let's get this first word, right? Yara'ath. Okay, the root here is yara'ah, which I think this is a word we went over semi recently. It means fear, right? Yara'ah, right? It means fear. It comes from this yara'ah. Is this the same thing? Yeah, this is the same thing. Fear. This is just like a feminine noun. So as a noun, yara'ah is feminine. It's I guess to be afraid, to be in fear is a feminine thing or a subservient thing, right? As an adjective, you could just do, yara'ah is the adjective. You can see this yara'ah verb is, so this would be to be afraid, right? As a verb. You have fear as an adjective, like if somebody is scared or is fearful, right? And then you have the fear itself as the noun. Okay, so the fear of the Lord. So this is the fear, like the respect of the Lord, the same way you fear your father. As a child, you fear your father's punishment. That's what a father is for. A father is to make you afraid of consequences. As much as these gentle parents, these days, want to do all this type of communication with the child, and this, that, and the thing. Now, communication is good. Communication is absolutely good, but communication and all that gentle parenting and soft stuff, this is the parenting tools of women. As a man, you instill rules and regulations, and you instill morals and discipline in your children of the fear, of the respect of you, and the fear of consequence. If you do not do as father says, there will be consequences. There ain't no gentle parent. I wasn't raised with gentle parent. I'll tell you that. I'm saying that the men and women that actually, have some discipline, they were not raised with gentle parenting. Gentle parenting gets schools shut up. That's what gentle parenting does. I'm saying, as a parent, especially as a father, fear is important. And not just you just beating your children upside the head, but instilling the idea of, if you do this, there will be consequences. That is important. And if fearing your father, your earthly father, is important, then how much more important is fearing the Lord? How much more important is fearing your heavenly Father? A lot of these Christians, they don't really fear the Lord. They respect a 304 more than they respect and fear the Lord. They respect men and fear how men will perceive them more than they fear the Lord. All right, so the fear of the Lord is pure, standing forever. If you need to get that, you can grab that. All right, standing forever. The judgment of the Lord is true and righteous. And then we have Yakadwa. All right, Yakadwa. Let's get this word. All right. It says here, adverb. All right, so yakadwa, or yakad, I should say, meaning together, right? In union. Okay, united. All right, so it's pure and righteous. All right, so it comes from yakad as a verb, meaning to unite. Right, so you have yakad as a verb meaning to unite or to join something, to be united. And then you have yakad as an adverb or a noun. So it could be like unity or togetherness, right? So the judgment of the Lord is true and righteous, like all together, right? So that would be yakadwa or yakad, right? All together, right? It's all together, it's righteous, and it's pure. It's true, right? So again, let me give y'all some time to write these verses down, and then we'll move on to the second half of the class. Right, we've got a couple minutes left over. We'll go through some vocabulary, kind of similar to as we've been going through the class. All right. Shalom to who's this? Sincere in the truth. All right, shalom. Yahweh Shemiah Shabbarakatah. If that's the hold on, I can't see the image. Yeah, it looks like a brother. Okay. All right. Let me see. I suppose let me duplicate this. Let me just check as I'm preparing for the second half of the class. I want to see where I left off last week, or where I started last week, I should say. Matter of fact, let me. If I do that. Okay. If there's any questions or anything as we going through it, by all means, let me know. Go ahead.
For yakad as a definition, I can put all together.
Yeah, yakad as a definition means together or unity. So as a what is it? As an adverb or a noun, we had it. It means union, together. So you could put together, unitedly. So that's like the adverb, to do something together, to do something unite as a unit, to do something unitedly. That's the definition as an adverb. As a noun, it would basically be unity, like the unity, the union. You know what I'm saying? The brotherhood down there. Okay. As a verb, so it's the same word as a same pronunciation as a verb, but that would mean like to unite, right? Or to bring together. Okay. Let me find the last week's class. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay. So last week, that's probably before this. Last week we started at Numbers 10 and 32. Okay, so let me figure out where we at now. And let me know when you've finished writing down or noting down. Okay, you good to go? All right, no sweat. Let me see where we at. So let me do this. While I calculate where we're going to be reading from, I'm going to run another quick, stop sharing. Quick, what's let's do the promo. Oh, also let me put this in the chat. If any brothers or sisters are working on obtaining their Hebrew name, you want to fill in this attendance sign-in sheet I'm about to put in the chat. Also, I'm also going to put in the chat if anybody wants to join these classes. You know what I'm saying? You want to join the classes live, be in the class. You know what I'm saying? What's the word? Interact, be able to ask questions in person, answer questions in person. It's really good. You know what I'm saying? As a learning tool, being live in the class. You know, watching online is you know, it's good also, but you definitely learn a lot more when you're in the class, right? If anybody wants to join these classes live, just contact ISUPK United Kingdom. Let us know your name, your zone, and the name of your camp leader, and we can look at getting you in these classes. All right. So while I calculate where we're going to be reading from tonight, let's run a quick promo.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
Okay. All right, we back. Let me see. So we're going to be reading from Numbers 12 and 11. So Numbers. I'll share my screen in just a second. Numbers 12 and verse 11. Oh. Okay, hold on. Select here. Let's make this bold. Okay, let me share my screen again. Okay. And let's do this on this side. So Numbers chapter 12. Okay, that's the full chapter. Sweet. On verse 11. 10, 11. Okay. So let's make this side a little bigger. All right, so we have Waya Amar. All right, so we got two prepositions here. We have wa and we have yeah. It's like not yeah. What does wa as a preposition mean? And or what?
Just a continuation.
Exactly. Right. So and, or in essence, a continuation of what's being said. Now, sometimes, you know, what follows can be like in contradiction or contrary to the previous sentence. And so in that instance, the continuation, you'd use a connector like but, right? Or yet, you know what I'm saying? Something to show that what you're saying next is in contrast to what you were saying previously, right? Then you have ya as a preposition. What does ya as a preposition mean? He or it, right? So ya as a preposition means he or it, right? So ya amar. Okay, what does the verb amar mean?
To say.
To say, right? And when you see it written as amar, that's the perfect tense, meaning the action is being completed. In essence, what we would say today is it's past tense, right? So if you see just amar by itself, it would be past tense. It would be said, right? If you see like awamar, right? that would be saying, right? So on and so forth. You have Aharon. Aharon is the name of Aaron. Let me see, it's the name of Aaron. Okay. You have Al, and it's connected. So Al, when joined with another word, especially say a noun, right? If it's joined with a verb, like you're doing something, then it can mean like the same as la'ah, right? Like the opposite, or thou shalt not do something, right? But al, when joined with a noun, means what?
Unto.
Right, means unto, means to or unto, right? Unto is basically the same thing, right? So unto Mashah, which is another name. This is Moses' name. Okay. We have Baya. Okay, so let me see. Okay. Comes from Ba'ai, meaning to inquire. Baya, properly, hold on. I need to, okay. Baya is like an entreaty. So it's a request. You're saying, please, or like I wish you do something, or like in a context of like, that my whatever. What's an example? That I had some food to eat because I'm starving in the wilderness. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had some food to eat. It's essentially a request. All right, so let me do this. But yeah, it is so a request / let me do an entreaty. Similar to what's another one where it's like there's another one where it's like, I think it's na'ah, right? Na'ah. Let me see if I can find that one. Where it's like to a particle of entreaty, craving permission to address the superior. Okay. So it's like, oh my Lord, or alas my Lord. You know what I'm saying? You're asking for permission to speak, or you're asking for something. Okay. So what follows here? So Baya, Adanya, right? Adanya being like Adawan, right? Adanya meaning Lord, right? Let's see, Phoenician, Lord, Adawan, Adanyam, okay, right? So let's see, put Adan, right? Adan meaning Lord, okay, or master, right? So it's oh Lord, or oh master, right? Now this is not just referring to the Most High God. This could refer to anybody who is above your rank, above your a king or something like that, a prince, somebody who is above you in authority. Okay, matter of fact, I was just gonna find this na'ah. This is it. It's right here. So let's get to it. Right. So we have al. Now again, this is joined with what I'm saying, another word, but this time it's more of a verb. I think it's gonna be this one. Right. So we have al. Let me double check if this word is a verb. Yeah. The verb. Okay. Right. So this al is connected. It's really connected with this verb. You just have this na'ah, which it kind of emphasizes. Right. So let me put when joined with verb, it essentially means, or I could just put I'll join with noun, I'll join with verb. Just keep it simple. All right, with al joined with a verb means not, right? Or the opposite. Okay, you have na'a. This is the exact word I was talking about, right? Where it means like to beseech, to pray. Like I pray this, like please, right? It's like you're pleading. Okay. Added mostly to verbs in the imperative or future. Okay, or to interjections. Okay, so it's like I pray, or like you could say go now, right? Like to a sense of urgency, right? So you can see it used as like now, or I beg, go, I beg thee, you know what I'm saying? So on and so forth, right? It's a particle of entreaty, similar to the last one, but this one is more you're exhorting something. You're asking for, I suppose the previous one you're asking for something as well, right? But it's yeah, so it's very similar to the previous one, right? I pray you do this now. I pray, you know, so on and so forth, right? Like in the ISUPK prayers when we're doing the curses, we say listen to us now, right now. That right now with the Hebrew would be na'ah, which would be like I pray thee, right? Listen to us, I beseech thee, I pray thee. Listen to us now. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're saying. All right. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, so we have for shath, the root here. The root would just be, hold on, shath. Oh, okay. Shayath is in the it's something to do with the hold on. See the Phoenician here, which the Phoenician is the ancient Hebrew. Okay, you're seeing shath here would be the verb. Shayath is a passive participle. Okay, passive participle. What would that be in simple terms? Let me see if I can find it. Let me just look up the phrase passive participle. Is a verb showing a noun receives an action. So broken, eaten, or written. Let me use another. Is there any more examples? Okay, so this was broken. This was somebody was captured. Okay, I get it. Okay, so it's something's happening to whatever noun we're talking about. So this would just be put or set. It's pretty much already kind of in that passive participle, right? This person was put, or this thing was put, or you know, to put, right? Let me see. So shath, which would be the root here. Shath means to put, set, or appoint. So let me see. To apply. Let me see. What's the most defined? See 17 for set. I see put as 9. Make. Okay. We'll put set or put. Okay. To set or put. And then this star is like a future tense thing, right? So that they're asking, I guess Aaron's asking Moses, I pray that you don't set, right? Then I'll Yanawa would be upon us, right? So I'll, you know, I'll is like over, upon, you know, in that type of vein. You have nawa as a suffix would be like us or our, right? So I'm gonna put like nawa at end of word means like us or our. Okay, you have kata'ath, right? The root is kata'ah, which means a sin, like kata'ah. right? It'd be a sin or punishment for sin. Okay. So let me see. It's an offense, sometimes habitual sinfulness. So it could be sin itself, sin offering, or the punishment for a sin. Okay, which is almost a sin offerings is kind of the punishment, but it could also be a different punishment, right? So kata'ath, okay, the punishment. Ashar, what does ashar mean, Kayla? Witch. All right, so ashar means witch, right? The sin, which you have nawa, al-nawa. Okay, let's go into this word. Ya'al. So ya'al means to profit, to benefit. Okay, it's a verb. Okay, ya'al says here to be slack, to be foolish. Okay, I don't know where these come into that. Okay, so to do foolishly. That's more its definition, right? To be slack, to be you weren't paying attention. You know what I'm saying? You slipped up on something. All right. So it's to be foolish or to be slack, right? To act foolishly. Okay. So which we have done foolishly. Okay. The wa is like more of the present tense. I think the na is like the almost a preposition for we, right? So nawa al nawa, right? Which we have acted foolishly. Okay. Wa ashar, and which kata'a nawa, right? We have sinned. Right. So you have kata'a, which is damn near the same pronunciation, same thing as this. But with this, you have the ha in the Hebrew. There's another version where it's just kata'a. It would really be like spelled the same, which means to sin, to miss, to go wrong. So it's damn near the same thing. That's even to bear the blame, to cleanse. This is all not punishment for sin, punishment for sin. All right, it's all kind of the same thing. Okay. With that, hold on, where are we up to in the verse? Okay, that's the end of that verse. Okay, we are at 8:58. I don't want to go gotta get the class closed out on the end. Is there any let's see, I don't think there's any questions in the chat. Kayla, do you have any further notes you want to make, or are you good to go? Okay, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close out and salute the brothers. So ye men of Israel, stop sharing. Go back to this screen. Ye men of Israel, I'm Madiam. I'll go ahead and salute the brothers out. All right, hold on. All right, so I'm Madiam Shabbath, I'm Madiam, Barak, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Barakatham. All right, Yajamata, sister stand. We'll go ahead and salute out the sisters. All right, so ye men of Israel, I'm Madiam Shabbath, I'm Madiam, Barak, Yahweh Shema Alatan Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Yad Yamata, class dismissed. No sign of Christ. All right, throughout everybody for tuning in once again. I'll see y'all, you know what I'm saying, next week for the next episode of Lashawan Qadash. Or, you know what I'm saying, if you like to watch my show on TikTok, you know what I'm saying, every Sunday, 2 p.m. UK time. I'll see y'all there. All right, shalom Israel. Lord Christ.
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please, go to ISUPK.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're one West.